Out of Lutz, Florida, and back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons, this player went to South Dakota State and ended up on the Palouse. Please welcome running back Kirby Vorhees. But first, the intro.
If you're interested in being great, you better look hard into Washington State. You want to be great? Go to Washington State, baby.
Cougs, we got a fun one today. We got running back Kirby Vorhees. You all know him. You've all seen the games. We've all seen this guy just hightailing it in the end zone. So we're very excited about 2026. Kind of want to kick it off with the journey, though, where it started and what brought you here. Your journey through high school. We talked about a couple 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Your journey from high school to South Dakota State to here. Talk about that a little bit.
So coming out of high school, I had one offer that was committable to South Dakota State. I had a few other offers from like Patriot League schools, but everyone knows the Patriot League is the most expensive league, like academic league ever, So those schools my parents couldn't afford that. So um ended up going to South Dakota State, which was great. That's where I met, some of the guys that, I'll know for forever the rest of my life. But then I met Jimmy Rogers, our head coach, and then I kind of got in with Rogers, like he thought I was a good player. We ended up moving from South Dakota State to Pullman, which was weather change, so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just flat, cold, and windy over there in Brookings, South Dakota, which some people like, but it wasn't really my thing. Ended up going to Washington State with Rogers, and then everyone grows up dreaming to play FBS football, play in the big leagues, right? So I think that was a step I felt like I needed to take for my own thoughts, just so I could say that, almost like I've made it type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I got here, I loved it. It was something I never expected, but was glad that I took that leap from FCS to FBS.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other big thing is Wazoo had to win you over twice. We had to win you over from South Dakota State, and then we had to win you over again with getting another new head coach. What was that? I maybe not even go deep into the process, but what won you over two times in a row?
Well, I'd say the first time was really just going from one school to another with a coach that you liked. I say the hardest part about the second time was leaving that coach, right? Because I love Jimmy, and he was a great coach, and I'm sitting there, I'm talking to my dad, I'm talking to my parents, and I'm thinking about, I could go to Iowa State and stay with Jimmy. He knows my play style, he knows how I play, what I'm good at, how to operate the offense around me, possibly. I don't know these things for sure, but I do know one thing, and that's Jimmy, right? And then I'm thinking on the contrary, new head coach. He has a lot of NFL background with his brother being in the NFL, and then the NFL talent that he coached at Mizzou, right? And I'm thinking where I want to go in my life is I want to make it to the next step, which is the NFL. I'm not Jimmy's not going to coach me in the NFL, so it's like I'm gonna have to take that step sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So really, it was like I have friends, I have relationships that I've grounded in Pullman, and for me, it just that and the opportunity coming in with a new coach felt like the best possible reason to stay in Pullman.
Yeah, and also looking at Coach Kirby Moore's track record with running backs, it looks like he does a pretty good job of coaching you guys up, getting you guys on the field, and just making sure that you're getting the touches that you need, and just getting you guys to the next level as well.
Yeah.
Mizzou isn't necessarily a powerhouse in the SEC, but he's still able to get a lot of those guys off to the next level accordingly and get them the right touches. Speaking of this coaching staff, we have a first-year head coach. We have Trent Bray, who's done a phenomenal job in his tenure as a defensive coordinator. This coaching staff, how has that played into maybe even some of your decisions, or since he's hit the ground running in the portal through spring ball? Talk to me a little bit about this coaching staff. Is there anything that you're super, super pumped about, or anything that also won you over in that process?
I wouldn't say, because like I didn't do much. I wouldn't say I did much research on the coaches, on the defensive side coaches, when I made my decision. But I will say one thing, and this is like, I mean, Bray is like so far ahead of some of the coaches that I've been around on the defensive side. Like he's a wizard when it comes to like defensive scheme. Because it's I feel like I feel like I genuinely cannot run on our defense, which is good because
That's
it make
good. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Because then if hopefully I'll be able to run on defenders' defenses, right? So it's hard to run against our defense, which is exactly how I want it, right?
Yes.
Bray's a great guy. He's always the first one to give you a fist bump when you walk in the facility. So I said defensive side is greatly taken care of with Bray. Um, the offensive side, we have Miller and our OC, and then we have Coach Moore. They're both working together side by side because they both have that offensive leadership mind, which I think is great. I mean, that just adds more to our playbook on the offensive side. Plus, with the position coaches, like you'll ask if you ask any of the players on our at least on the offensive side, you'll know that every single one of them feels like they have stepped it up with the technicality aspect of the game, being able to recognize defenses and defensive like scheme, not schemes, but like tendencies. Like
Yeah.
I think since I've gotten here with this new coaching staff, that my my mental aspect of the game has only gone up. So these coaches they're so far ahead of other coaches in the mentally aspect of it and the mental aspect of it, being able to like determine which is which on a defense and how to run based on that defense.
Yeah, I'm just a fan that runs a podcast, and it's always outside looking in. But man, it looks like Kirby Moore really hit the ground running. He has a plan. He's got the buy-in from the guys. Hasn't coached a single game as a head coach, and already has the chemistry. It just seems like the retainment in the transfer portal, going to get top level players that we could possibly get in the transfer portal. Everything that's been brought together, it looks like the chemistry has really bonded you guys and just been able to push us forward in this brand new Pac-12 and game one leading up to UW. Like we know that one's going to be electric to start the season and everything. Speaking of chemistry, speaking of this new team, this moving forward and the retainment, this running back group, again, outside looking in, this running back group looks solid, strong. It looks like there's not a down on the field that's going to be taken lightly. What are your thoughts on this running back? How's that chemistry looking on that side from your perspective?
I think that we have. I mean, I think we have one of the most stacked rooms that I've ever been a part of in my college career. Honestly, especially with the freshmen coming in, like we have a bunch of we brought in 3 freshman running backs that I think will all. I mean, once they get to their level of being able to play and being able to put on a show, even now, like they're putting on a great a show, great tape during practice and everything. Like I think I think if one thing doesn't work for us in the running game, another thing will. So you know what I'm saying. So we have so many different types of running backs. We got Leo, who's like he can make someone miss on a dime. We got Max who can outrun someone around the corner, and but also like throwing a spin move and just shake someone until they're falling on their knees. Then you got me. I just I do me, and you know what I'm saying. And so then if one thing doesn't work, like let's say they're stuffing me right now. Max is gonna win around the corner. Leo gonna break someone on a dime, get 5 yards up the middle of the field. So there's so many things that you can't guard them all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that was, I mean, granted, my football knowledge is probably significantly less than anybody that's on that team, but it seems like the versatile back room. Yeah, if something's not working, you can change it up. Guys can go out for passes. You have an extra receiver out of any one of you guys as well. There's so much to love about this running back group. I'm really glad that you were able to kind of share what that looks like and how this is going to move forward. And there's just whatever defense you guys run up against, they're gonna have to pivot on a dime for whatever you're going to be preparing for. And I know Kirby Moore and company is going to get you prepared for each game accordingly. Game film, I know, will be fun to watch going into this 2026 season and everything.
For sure.
Speaking of this 2026 season, every game's important. We all know that. But going into this brand new Pac-12, you got UW, you got Boise State, you got some of these, kind of big names. Is there anyone that's circled for you? Like, you know what? This is the game. This is the one.
I mean, if I could circle them all, I mean, I would, but I feel like I kind of have to say the Apple Cup, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we got so many new people and so many new players that I think that we'll really be able to like, you know, put belt to you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So I think we have a lot of talent that has yet to really like reach its potential. But I think that stage will be the perfect time for them too.
Yeah. No, and that's to kick off the whole season. We got UW, we got Apple Cup, and it's going to be in Seattle. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot to love about this 2026 season and just moving forward in general. Just from a fan's perspective, we're so excited for all the retainment. Obviously, all the boys coming from South Dakota State, falling in love with the Palouse, staying with the Palouse. We thank you so much for giving us an opportunity here at Wazoo and everything. But I did want to kick it over to you. The floor is yours? Is there anybody that you'd love to give a shout out? Anything that you'd like to talk about on your end?
I mean, shout out my mom and dad. You know, they always help me through stuff. Shout out my agency, Prolific Sports. They're always uh they're always there to help. Um, Shout out to RB Room. You know, my guys. Uh,
Hell
but
yeah.
but yeah, that's it.
No, that's awesome, man. And to be honest, people want to start following you if they haven't already. Where can people find you?
You can find me on my IG at 9ine.curb.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and check it out on Instagram, correct?
Yep, on IG.
Make sure to give them a follow. We're so excited for this year. Just remember, life's too short. Gas up your boys.